This video will cover hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis, or Hplh, which is an immune hemolytic disorder that can cause red blood cell disease. Let's anchor ourselves to this image before anything else. This big, scary green monster that is chasing after those red candies that look like red blood cells should remind us of Hplh, because usually the color green is used for lymph-related things, and the monster wanting to gobble up those red blood cells will remind us of hemophagocytic. Next, take a look at his shirt. He's scary, but he has pretty good taste in music. The immune system of a Down should remind us that Hplh is a systemic illness caused by immune dysregulation. But why is his weapon of choice a pan? Probably because a pan represents pancytopenia, which is commonly seen in these patients. You see how there are 163 pieces of candy in that bag? That reminds us of CD163, which is elevated in these patients. We can remember that it's elevated because the candy is all still in the bag. It looks like a quarter went flying off from the pan. The quarter flying off represents CD25, which is also increased, and we can remember it's increased because the quarter is still in the air. There's a box of empty ammo shells on the ground there. Those represent the NK cells are decreased in these patients. Aren't bullets the natural or most common way of being a natural killer, just like natural killer cells? And since the ammo's empty, that will help us remember that NK cells are decreased. There's some cheddar cheese on the ground that maybe the monster is after too. It represents the perforin gene, or PRF1 gene. The primary etiology for this disease is genetic and is commonly caused by mutations in this gene. Additionally, patients with Chidiac-Higashi disease are known to develop Hplh. Altogether, cheddar sounds like Chidiac, and the name of the cheese, Perfect One, is similar to perforin, or PRF1 gene. Moving on to that fragrance there. Lymph aroma. Never heard of that one. I wonder what it would smell like. Maybe we can all come to an agreement. Just let me know. Regardless, it represents lymphoma, because lymphoma sounds like lymph aroma. There are several secondary or acquired etiologies of Hplh, and lymphoma is one of them. Another secondary etiology is EBV, which is represented by that TV that's about to show episode 5 of some show, EPV. I just noticed that this monster works at the DMV. I'm not throwing shade at DMV employees, honestly. I think the DMV is 100 times better than when I was growing up. But that DMV badge is useful for us to remember CMV, which is another secondary etiology. Lastly, everyone knows what vehicle that is. Let's just say that it represents HHV8, because coincidentally that vehicle has a V8 engine and its name starts with an H. HHV8 is another secondary etiology of this disease.